Back at it.
Hey, welcome back, guys. So, we are here with another episode of the podcast with your favorite two people. So, my name is Las Vegas Jay, and who we got here on the right hand side?
We got Milt Jones in the building.
All right, Milt. So, you need to tell the people your podcast again to remind them one more time. Where are you from, and what's the name of your podcast?
Originally, I'm Detroit. I rep Detroit and Vision and Tune.
That's the podcast, man. So, we linked up again a little bit before Thanksgiving and after the election, just to what kind of
What you mean? Halloween.
I mean, just the reason why we're back together
Oh
again.
yeah. True. Just a lot's changed since Halloween.
Man, still this election though, bro. That's probably the biggest news that you can actually talk about is the election because it's playing out like it's like we're in a movie. It legit feels like we're in a cinematic movie, and this is another season of Black Mirror. If y'all hear my my dog barking, just ignore that. All right, but man, what should we talk about today, brother?
Man. Well, I guess we could start off with shout out to the NBA. Like NBA off season basically started last week.
Yeah.
A big week for free agency and the draft. And shout out to the Ball brothers, the first set of brothers to go in the top 5, let alone they went top 3 at that. So shout out to Melo going with MJ.
Shout out to their dad. Their
Facts.
pushed them so tough. I can remember when they had that TV show, and they were wondering why like all their big baller brand stuff cost so much, and people were just like, "It's a black company. You probably should support it and put a lot of faith into it because like people like what is it Lamar? Because they got something like Lamar.
LeVar.
So their dad, so their dad just super pushed them hard, and I didn't think every single one of the brothers would have been successful, but with that guidance, man, they made it happen.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, and I know they love it this time because he hasn't, in the media and things like that. But I guarantee you, he's going around saying, "I told you so," and it's like he did, and it's like I saw something that showed their high school starting 5.
Yeah.
Now you got 2 or 3 that's in the NBA. Got another one that's in college, and then LiAngelo that's likely going to be in the G League this year. So, in a way, you got 3 NBA players, and it's like, and LaMelo, from what I'm seeing, he couldn't go to a better situation. At number 3 pick, Michael was also number 3. To Michael, and it's like, and how it played perfect into like when LeVar used to say he'd beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and one of the first things they asked LaMelo in his press conference was about that 1-on-1. And the only thing he could answer with, I know how that game would go. It's just.
Yeah, I heard he wanted it like pay-per-view. Pay-per-view.
That's what LeVar said, yeah.
That's crazy to be that confident in your basketball skills to challenge the great.
Yeah. And even with it, that's that fearless mentality. Like, even if you go out there and lose, he went out, he tried it. Like, who else could say they tried it? And
nobody.
And that attention, now his son is the number 3 pick. It's like, and we're talking about something that he said when Lonzo was getting drafted. Lonzo, this would be his 4th year. So we talking about something he said 3-4 years ago at this point.
To see that far ahead, that's so great. That's so crazy. I mean, you really wouldn't see all 3 of those brothers being in the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
It's happening.
And like you said with the show, like, because I actually watched the first maybe couple, maybe even 3 seasons of it, because the seasons I remember are like back to back to back. It's like I remember watching them. And it's like the thing, no matter what you saw in that show, was a dad that really cared about his boys, and that's
very
just
true.
The reality of it. Just a black man really. He loved his family. He loved his boys. He always want the best for them. Some of the things, I'm sure if you could do it all over again, they would. But it's like, it had to happen that way. It's just, I know Melo signed with Puma this time, so he, like before. I think the apparel was a great idea. I thought it was dope. I had the "Stay in Your Lane" shirt. I had a hat too, and it's like but I supported the brand, but it was the shoes. I just couldn't pay 500 for them. But it's like with Lonzo injuries, you kind of do think about it. It's like whether that played a part or not. It's like if he was, because Adidas, for example, with Derrick Rose, his
True.
his ankles, Grant Hill with Fila, and it's like even later in his career, Kobe with the Achilles, so not to say the bigger brands you can't get hurt, but it's like they took that chance and the thing about it, Lonzo is still a baller and I actually like what New Orleans is building down there.
Oh yeah,
I like what New Orleans building, but enough about them. What about them Lakers?
they got
Man, we
they got the
retooled.
pick of the litter. Oh my gosh.
And they got Trez from the Clippers. They got Schroeder, if I'm saying his last name right, from the Thunder. They got the number 1 and number 2 six man of the year candidates from last year to go to their bench. The two best bench players in the NBA went to the Lakers. Rondo was a big loss, but Schroeder coming off the bench playing that same role is huge. And then you're talking about, so I think the second unit is going to be a lot of scoring, and then first unit going to be the defensive unit, and the second unit going to come in, and it's going to be fun to watch.
What about the Pistons, man?
Think about it. They made some moves. It's less known players. I do like
they did.
I do like Josh Jackson going back home to the D. I do like that. But it's like he was the Thunder GM.
Okay.
And what he built over there, I think Detroit just needs some time, but I think he is doing what the other ones didn't do. He's actually unloading contracts and getting younger and things like that. Like Luke Kennard is a good example. I think Kennard is a good player.
Yeah.
But it's like Kennard wasn't going to, they weren't going to pay him after this year anyway. So why hold on to him and just go ahead and trade him now instead of having to deal with it in the season? And then what's big, I don't know if, because I think, we signed, I think, Jahlil Okafor. And Andre Drummond had tweeted out good sign in Detroit or something like that. The guy we just traded away.
Yeah.
For him to say that, I thought that was dope. Like,
yeah, it wasn't like any resentment.
Yeah, because when he got traded, I don't know if you remember, he was pissed he got traded. But now he was pissed. He was talking about it like when it happened.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened right after it, so I'm sure his whole mindset changed since then. And then not only that, he sees what the Pistons are doing now. It's like
he should be
it wasn't personal. It
was business.
Yeah.
Like how everything else is, that's not personal.
Yep. And that's how it is. And it's like, even when it comes back to free agency, it's all business. And once you think of it as business on both sides, like NBA players going to the best situation. And it's like, it was a time where players wouldn't do that because of different reasons, some out of loyalty, some because of that. But it's like, at the end of the day, these teams will trade you in a heartbeat. So why not make the best decision for you?
That kind of plays into like a 9-to-5 job,
Yeah.
You're super replaceable. So it's all business at the end of the day.
And like even me coming out to Vegas this time around, it's like, it's strictly business. It's like, well, obviously people gonna know I'm in Vegas now listening, but I haven't posted or anything about it. And it's like just coming out here, and this is the first time I ever came out here and not stayed on the strip.
I didn't know that.
Like, or near the strip. A couple times, like you was like just off the strip, but this time like really just staying away from the strip just to chill. Like last night just watching the Monday night game or Sunday night game, is really kicking it, and it's been a good feel. I rock with Vegas for real.
That's probably the first time anyone's ever said that, because everybody that lives out in Vegas, out here, they want to leave Vegas. So to hear that as something super positive about the city of Vegas. So it's not all bad, and it's not all just the strip.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I feel like that about a lot of cities, though. It's sometimes it takes someone that's not from a city to see the beauty in that city because you get used to it.
Yeah.
Like when I moved to um, Arizona the first time, and I don't even remember exactly what year it was, but when I moved out there the first time, and I went back to Detroit, and the time I was gone was when I was like, man, I actually miss going like to the Riverwalk, for example.
Oh, dude.
And you start just noticing the beauty in the state, like going up north and going to Traverse City,
Yeah.
going to Mackinac. It's so much you could do in Michigan, and it's like I know the pedal bar is real popular right now in downtown Detroit, but I remember I did that for the first time in Traverse City with my college friends back in, it was like the year after I graduated or the year I graduated, so either like 2011 or 2012. So it was before it was like in the Detroit area, and it was fun. And like so once it came to Detroit, I was hype about that. And it's like little things like that, like man, like it's so much beauty in Detroit for real.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you're gonna. With the gentrification,
Yeah, true, true.
it's gonna come with that
Yeah,
because you have people influencing the city financially. They're buying
yeah,
up entire neighborhoods and redoing it.
yeah.
Do you think that there should be more people that look like you and I doing that instead of people from the suburbs and that don't look like us?
I do, and it's crazy you say that because it's actually one of the homies. He actually talks a lot about that, like
Yeah.
trying to like he posts about it on Facebook. He got a podcast as well. The Fresh Show, I'm pretty sure it's called. Brandon. But he got one, and he's trying to actually put teams together to really go and
Yeah.
start investing. Like he posts about it on Facebook and things like that, just trying to do it. And I know you wouldn't mind me saying this because we chopped it up about wanting to do exactly what you just said,
Yeah. Preach.
and it's like, but to do it in our neighborhoods, and it's like because you don't, like it's just having pride in it. Like we run to whatever city it may be and spend money to move there, and it's like whether you're in Detroit full time or not, you can still give
Of
and
course.
help build things so it gives more opportunities. So like that's
Yeah.
the reality of it is so many people leave Detroit is because of opportunities, but if you're able to build opportunities in your community, it makes a huge difference.
That's all you need, dude. I just believe that before we think about leaving the city or
Hmm.
leaving our
Hmm.
neighborhood, if we have the means to purchase more property and try to redo it ourselves.
I agree. I agree. A good example of that, like my family being from the east side,
Yeah.
like basically all my family was from the Coney Gardens. It was like a tight knit black community,
Yeah.
but part of the neighborhood was built still in racism because you couldn't move to certain areas, so they really had a community where everybody knew each other. You went to the community church and
Yeah.
things like that. Like my great grandfather, he sold like dairy products in the neighborhood and made enough to like just doing that in the neighborhood. My great grandmother never well, I think she worked a little bit when he passed and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but she stayed home, watched my grandma and my aunt, like even down to when my grandma was, young and things like that. She decided to go and be a nurse and go to school. And that was a big like my great grandma didn't want her to work. She wanted her to do
Dang.
like that. But of course, then the American dream or whatever you want to say, it changed at that point. So it's like, like my grandfather had to go work at Chrysler, and it's just things shifted. But it was like, but that's when people started moving away from the neighborhoods because they allowed us in a lot of these neighborhoods. But
Yeah.
a lot of these neighborhoods, even they still get it. You got to get the house on a land contract. You got to get and it's like your name could even be on the mortgage. They did the rail line and things like that.
Damn, dude.
And then but it's like, but that's what really destroyed our neighborhoods is when, like, it was like a law that they had in there that hurt us, but in reality, it actually was helping us because we was keeping our dollar in the community when you really think
That's
about
true.
it.
That's
and it's
very
like,
true.
and now you got so many people you run away from where you, or I can't even say run away, but you go away from there because it ain't the same opportunities in your community that it once
Yeah.
was. So you go to different neighborhoods, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it's just the cycle.
I'm glad to see a lot of our own communities succeed, especially like in places like Atlanta,
Yeah,
because of in the past, Black Wall Street, it got burnt down because we were doing so well at everything. And that, in my mind, that the city of Atlanta, Georgia, is the new Black Wall Street,
yeah,
in my opinion. And I love seeing that being so successful these days because when I went there, I believe last year before COVID, it was nothing but us down there. And I felt like I felt very comfortable and I felt like it was like a mini Detroit in a way because
yeah,
when I'm not around people that kind of look like me in a way, I get kind of
yeah.
guarded in a way. But seeing that at Atlanta really made me feel super comfortable there. And I think I may be thinking of maybe moving there one day, hopefully, or Texas too.
And the best, I ain't gonna front. The best part about Atlanta and that field you get down there,
Yeah.
they built that down south.
Mm.
Like just imagine how hard it will, like being black and then being down
Yeah.
there. And it's like, but they built that down there. Georgia went blue this election. Like, like to see that was, and
Oh
like
yeah.
you said, like I've never been in Houston, but it's like Houston, Dallas as well. Those
Yeah.
two cities I really like too. I've been to Dallas. Dallas is fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I love the West Coast. I don't see myself ever leaving the West.
Man, I wouldn't leave the West Coast uh, for anywhere else that didn't have like an In-N-Out burger.
Oh, Atlanta got them.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm staying over here for right now until they spread nationwide. Because you see what happened in Colorado, right? So they opened 2 of the first In-N-Outs in the state, and they had a 14-hour drive-through line. 14 hours for some cheeseburgers,
Bro, like it was a 14 hours, but it was something crazy when they opened the Chick-fil-A and Novi. I heard Novi was crazy, but the one, what was the first one? Whatever the first one was, and like in the state, I heard it was crazy for that one. But I know people that went to the Novi launch by 12 Oaks, and it was crazy. And that one's black on.
Really?
Yeah, it's black on.
They're super selective on who they choose to be a franchisee because I applied myself and they didn't pick me, dude. I was like, you guys don't want a black owned Chick-fil-A in Las Vegas. So I'm glad they aren't as racist or anything.
And it can still happen in the long run too,
Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Never know. Because all they need to do is approve you and you'll have to have $10,000 of your own money to put up for the franchise, and then you can start your business. That's all they need is 10 grand, and they pick you. Literally. That's
For real?
Yeah. If you go to their website and you try to become a franchisee, you just need to be approved by them and have 10K in cash. Super easy, dude.
Okay. I learned something new right now.
You just got to research it, man. Like, if we don't see our people that look like us in higher positions, we're not going to see ourselves in those same positions.
That's real. And that's why one of the big reasons why I love Rick Ross.
Yeah.
He just bought all that land in Atlanta by where he already got the former Holyfield house. And it's like he got Wingstop franchises.
Yeah.
He got Rally/Checkers franchises. And some type of partnership with Bel Air Rose. And it's like he really learned how to market himself, and it's like I think even before he had a Bel Air deal, he was calling himself Rose. So it was just naturally gonna happen because he started calling himself Rose. If you don't advertise for him, it made too much sense. And it's like what he rap about, but it's like him having those franchises, and it's like because son, I'm really a company that really caught my eye, Protein House. It's like for what my lifestyle is and things. And they actually got them out here too. I saw one earlier.
What is that?
It's like a they got like real healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Like they might have like a spinach omelet, but then they also got like protein shakes. They do juices and all type of stuff. So it's like really just a real active lifestyle type of thing. And it's a real nice chain. Like I never really heard of them.
Hey, shout out to Protein House, man. I
Yeah.
gotta go. If I see it, I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
and get a meal from there.
Yeah, and there's so many gems like that you
Yeah.
hit on the nose, and it's like we really just look into doing that, even
Yeah.
and it's like, and it's because it's like so important that really just have that type of knowledge to be able to do it and the resources, because it's
Yeah.
like no matter how you slice it, like if you use money as a tool to really
Make you
build
more
things,
money.
yeah.
And it kind of makes you think about what happened over this past weekend with the verses with Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Because
How is he gonna bring that up?
yeah, I had to bring it up, man, because it's for the culture. It's
Yeah,
the Culture Exchange podcast.
Facts.
So if for people that didn't really see the verses, it came down to maybe like one or two things at the end. It was one for I think Gucci Mane was taunting him about one of Young Jeezy's friends got murdered, but the other thing was they wanted to have like a jewelry versus
What Gucci is.
Gucci wanted.
I didn't watch it, but from what I gathered from it,
Yeah.
was Gucci was like, let's do a versus with our jury. He said his jury cost 10,000.
Right.
And then Gucci said, or Jeezy said he owned half of Atlanta. And it's like, but something that I don't know if it's true or not, like just because you saw it on the internet don't mean it's true.
True.
But something I saw was where he said, Gucci had said the 10,000 line because that's how much was put on him or something like that.
Come on. I just think that Gucci Mane has a lot of growing up to do, because if you think about it, who's really doing that these days is almost like seeing somebody trying to like show money on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, I didn't watch it to really get it. I was watching Thursday Night Football. The Cardinals was playing, and I planned on watching it the next day. I just didn't get to it, but it's like one of those things where you already kind of know what's gonna happen, and it's stuff I cared about. You already kind of heard about, so it's like I don't know if I get to it, but it was big. It was big. I actually only saw two of the verses though.
Which ones?
I saw the Snoop and DMX.
Okay.
And I saw like half of the Nelly and
So you didn't see the Brandy versus Monica?
No.
That was one of the best ones, man.
That's what it said on social media, but I ain't gonna front. I ain't have a desire to watch that one.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't grow up with like one being better than the other, or you didn't grow up with their music at all?
I grew up with their music, but most of their music I like I remember the early Monica, and I was young. I was like, man, I'd rather hear some pop. But it's like, but I do remember like the what was the After the Storm album more so, the like Gone and all that era.
Yes.
That's when I really started rocking with Monica for real. And it's like with Brandy, I used to watch Moesha, but it's like but I like most of her music was like when she was working with Kanye.
Yeah, dude.
Like that Talk About Your Love. That's probably my favorite Brandy song, but I'm kind of biased because Ye's on it, but it's like,
yeah. I mean, I think Brandy has better hits.
She probably do.
But I think some people still rock with Monica too. So I'm like, that's a very hard decision to make between the two if you kind of grew up listening to both.
But Ray J, that's my guy though.
He said he didn't have enough hits to do verses.
I saw that. But at least he was honest. But I actually rock with a few of his songs though. And that one Wish is a classic though. That one Wish is a classic.
That's like what other songs has he really done besides like that?
Yeah, that Shorty Got Gifts. Sexy Kenna.
Okay, Sexy Kenna. That's another one. And damn, so he can probably do like half of verses maybe. Like half.
And then the rest of them, he talking about Kim Kardashian, you know?
Oh yeah, I remember that song. Okay, yeah,
It was a
yeah.
few of them. It wasn't just one.
Man,
Now that's a smart family.
the Kardashians. Oh my gosh, bro, they make so much money, and they don't even have to do anything, bro. They have
It sells itself.
They do absolutely nothing. These Kardashians, like
They
just
make money effortlessly. That's the go.
But come on,
I don't know about how they do it, but you know,
Yeah.
who am I to judge?
Can they pick like a different family that's like black? Is there a black family besides like the Huxtables that can put on TV like that?
Thing about it, the smart black families, you keep it off of TV though.
That's true, man.
That's just the reality of it.
All we see is like the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, because they pushing agendas, and that's why the smart black couples, when you really like, you might feel like you know a lot about them, but you don't really know about them. They post what they want you to know, and I think that's the right way to do it. You know, it's like we live for some like everyone else's acceptance other than our own. Like, yeah.
That's why I kind of missed there used to be like a comedy show on TV called the Carmichael Show.
Oh, that show was fire with Jerry Carmichael.
Oh my gosh,
that's my guy.
That was my favorite show because it showed us in like a really funny light, and it was like intellectually, like the jokes were very intellectual and like very good. And I was like, yo, this guy's a genius. Please never end this show.
And then what was fire about that, like I don't watch a lot of TV. Yeah. He caught my attention from, he had a Breakfast Club interview. And you know, and I was like, well, let me just go and check him out. And he was dope.
Yeah, he's legit because he was in the Jay-Z video after the Carmichael Show ended. And I didn't really see him in that light to be that serious without making a joke, but he's a really good actor. If you ever watch that video, I think it's I forgot what song it was for the Jay-Z's 444 album. I think it was 444, like that song, that video. But they don't show us enough in a positive light on TV, and I don't think that's fair. In my opinion.
I agree. But they'll post you all day when you slip, and you know we all make mistakes, but it's like it get amplified when they look like me or you. It's just the reality of it.
And we're not the biggest crooks.
We're not. We're not.
The people that run this country are probably the biggest crooks, man.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Not to get too political in a way, man.
Well, speak your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching a lot of like a lot of the Joe Rogan podcast, and he had this dude on, and he was a professor of death. I didn't know that existed, but he actually teaches classes about death.
Wow.
And I had never really thought about that before. I'm like, how would you even know if you're alive? But he was really talking about like he had to really think about his lesson plan when he was going to talk about suicide, because he thought that with this pandemic going on, that his lesson plan would cause people to commit suicide.
Wow.
So that he had to make it a decision to leave that subject out of it.
That was smart though.
Yeah, in order to possibly save his students' lives. And the reason I say that is there are a lot of stuff that people don't think about how they impact people with just words. And you have to make a decision like that just to preserve how positive you are, because I wouldn't want to talk about that stuff either.
Yeah.
And I just believe that the more positive we can become, the better people we can become.
That's true.
Especially during these times. So.
That's true. I fully agree. It's like, since I chose positivity, and it's like, and you get up every day, you get a choice. Am I going to be happy today? I'm going to let the things, and it's like, I'd be lying if I said nothing really gets me down no more. Like, I'm human as anybody else, so I have emotions and things like that. And, I might be down for a second, but it's like, it hit me like, man, I'm tripping. And it's like, and it's funny to say, because it's like, I was one of those people that used to watch stuff like The Secret and
Oh yeah.
but then fully believe it and was like, man, this is corny. And it's like, but it was because that was my mindset then. And it's
Yeah.
like, now it's like, man, I see the beauty in life every day.
Every
I think
day.
that's what the pandemic really show you. Every day you wake up, you like, and I'm still here. Like, it's like, and it's a blessing, it's, it's like, I try not to pay as much attention to the numbers, because it's like when you pay them that much more attention, it just really drown you. But it's like, just knowing, for the most part, I'm like, each and every day I'm getting up and I'm trying, I'm doing, and it's like, sometimes you may feel like you're not doing a lot just because what you're used to doing. It's like,
True.
man, I've done a lot this year.
Yeah, I mean, people have had the time to. If you were fortunate enough to be off since March, like you had a lot of downtime, and if you've learned a lot about yourself, or you learn more about your partner, or learn more about other subjects that you can possibly make more money off of now, since things are starting to open back up.
Open
or
back
slash shut back down. California. It just it kind it's kind of weird not to stutter like that. That was probably pretty crazy.
Yeah, you just pump fake.
But to take a little bit of a segue into the next topic, I don't know, have you seen the new Kevin Hart comedy special on Netflix yet?
I haven't, but not to go back, but just real quick though.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about the pandemic too, though, people like me and you, we have a lot more free time.
Yeah.
But I look at, man, like, for example, seeing my niece in school and what my sister had to deal with that on a daily basis, to be able to basically be a teacher while working full time and holding houses down, man, my heart goes out to them.
Yes.
Like, it's been rough for them.
They got unlimited energy somehow.
Yeah. And it's like, I know a few that just feel burnt right now. And it's like,
yeah.
And it's hard, like, I know a few that, for example, they want to stay active and things like that, but it's just hard to do right now. So my heart go out to them. But to answer the original question with Kevin Hart, I haven't, but all the reviews I've been seeing haven't been good. And I ain't gonna front, I saw one like little preview clip on IG.
Yeah.
I couldn't even finish the clip.
Are you serious?
Couldn't.
Okay. So
I haven't seen it yet though. Like, so I might have got it fully out of context.
I would definitely watch it.
Okay.
Because the way that he did it, he didn't really have time to practice his material because he couldn't do any shows because of COVID. And how comedians do comedy, they write up a whole bunch of jokes, or they think about a whole lot of jokes, and they perform it in front of like a small audience, and they mark down and they remember what jokes worked and what jokes didn't work, and then they improve it or tune the bad ones and try it out again. And then once they reach like Netflix or Comedy Central, they have an A list of jokes ready to go.
That makes sense.
Like Kevin Hart, he didn't have that chance to kind of go through that process. So doing it in his basement for the first time.
I was in his basement.
That's what he said. But I don't know. It was a pretty big basement.
Like, it probably is.
Yeah, but
it's like, I haven't seen it, so I can't fully comment on it.
Yeah.
But and you hit on the nose too. I haven't thought of that, because Kevin's one of those comedians that really judge his on crowd interaction. Like Chappelle's able to do his fire stuff just because Chappelle always,
he's just funny, dude.
Yeah, and it's like
funny dude,
and he just speak his mind. Like, that's literally all he does now.
Yeah.
He just speak his mind. Like, I saw like the piece he did for Saturday Night Live the day Biden was announced and everything. That one was it was funny and it was so real. It's like, man, Chappelle, like, not to downplay the older generation because I didn't really watch those comedians.
Yeah.
But from the comedians I've seen in my lifetime, he is my GOAT. It's like it's Chappelle. Like when it comes to that, and then my favorite comedian in the show, my favorite show of all time is Martin. Like,
don't say that. Okay.
Show.
This is the one time we think differently because it's always been Fresh Prince for me. Because I thought you said Martin, right?
Yeah.
I always thought Martin was funny, but there was no story.
Yeah.
And I thought that Fresh Prince had the story, but a little bit less funny, which I saw as being more entertaining than jokes.
I feel you.
So, I mean, that's just my reasoning. Yeah.
But Fresh Prince, when I was younger, I would have said Fresh Prince.
Okay.
But as I got older, I love Martin.
I think watching as you're older, Martin's a lot funnier and like a lot better.
Yeah.
That's before.
Yeah, I feel it.
I was a Fresh Prince fan, and now I'm more of a Martin fan, to be honest with you now.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to find these bootleg streams of the Fresh Prince reunion. I can't find any.
I still gotta watch it.
Yeah, because I'm not paying for one more streaming service. I pay for Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, T-Vision by T-Mobile. I don't even know. Like I've lost count, but I didn't want to pay for an additional streaming service to watch one show. So I need to find an illegal stream for that show. If you guys know that, leave it down in the description box below.
Man, yeah, I gotta watch it. I seen the clips. I thought, without watching it and understanding the conversation that was said on there, but what I've seen, I love seeing the original Aunt Viv and Will make up. Like,
dude, that's been like the biggest the thing from it.
Like before COVID, I never would have thought I saw that day. No. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Because dark skin Aunt Viv didn't like it.
Yeah, and she went at him every chance she could go, but like to see that, and it was beautiful to see. Like I haven't seen it, but that's really, I ain't gonna lie, that's really the only thing I want to see from the reunion. Like literally that, because it's like with James Avery not there, because he was like
Uncle Phil.
Other than Will, he was always my favorite character. Will was my favorite, but he was my second favorite, Uncle Phil, and it's like, and like just, you know, like how he really basically was Will's dad, you know, like he was his father figure. And there's so many guys like that's their only father figure, especially in our generation. I think our generation growing up, I think our generation now, I do think we're doing a much better job overall. Don't get me wrong, it's still some I ain't even gonna touch it. But
it's cool because I mean, little known fact, Uncle Phil was the voice of Shredder on Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I didn't know that.
It's just an unknown fact or a little known fact.
Yeah,
man. But Uncle Phil is the GOAT, man. That was one of my favorite characters for real.
Yeah, facts. Like the episode when Will's dad had played him again.
Yeah.
And I remember Will like, why don't they want me? And like seeing that, like
he really cried. Yeah. I think he said he actually cried.
I think Will said he did because if I'm not mistaken, it was like, I think it might have been in Will's situation with his dad in real life. I could be wrong. But I know Will definitely said like he had, when he went and rehearsed it, he went out there and like when James embraced him, I don't even think, if I remember right, I don't think that was supposed to have been part of the script. It just happened, you know, it was like one of those things and it made it that much more powerful, you know. Some things is acting, but some things is just letting the role come to you. Yep. And I think that's what was Will's big turn in his career as an actor. You really think about his career as an actor from that point of Fresh Prince on,
man, he became,
because the first season he admitted he didn't even want to act. He had to act because he had to pay the IRS. So he went out there and he was, you know, like, and that's when he was just like really just clowning those first, you know, like at first. But then when you could see the shift when he was still clowning, but it was like when he started taking it more serious. And it's like, and you could really tell.
Yeah. I mean, you only just grow as you know in your role. And for Will Smith, he went from Fresh Prince to Independence Day, and he kept going up, and up. And now he's like one of the top actors in Hollywood, period, and the highest paid. So,
and the thing I love about Will the most, like when Bad Boys first started, Martin was definitely bigger than Will. And it was like, but Martin wanted Will for that role. But if you notice, ever since then, Will talked about it like on a press run before Bad Boys For Life came out this year.
Yeah.
And that did came out this year. That's how long 2020 been. That came out in January.
It came out this year?
I'm pretty sure it was January this year.
What?
Or was it last year?
It's 2020 like 2 years?
Pretty sure that was this year. I could be wrong though.
Can we ask Siri?
I'm about to say we could fact check it.
We can ask Siri.
I'm about to look that up. I think it was. I know it was definitely in January.
When did Bad Boys for Life come out? Dog. January 17th, 2020. Thank you, Siri.
Shotty P birthday. That's Shotty P birthday. I'm about to say I was pretty sure it was this year.
That's nuts, man.
That don't even seem like it came out this year. That's how long 2020 been.
I swear, like my gray hairs have like quadrupled.
I'm glad I only got one. And it was in my beard. And you can't even, since I keep it short, you can't even see it no more.
Like I have to pluck mine whenever I see it because it just like pops up like overnight. It'll just pop out of my skin. I have to pluck it every single morning.
Oh, that came out this year.
This year's been way too long. It feels like I don't even know. Like it feels like the 16th month of 2020.
Usually people like this year went by so fast. Nobody gonna say that this year.
No. I remember I saw like this lady at the beginning of 2020, and it was like a viral video now because she said 2020 is going to be a great year. And I'm like, no, it's not now. It's terrible. It's fucking terrible.
Kind of how you look at it too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was even thinking like just hearing Welcome to 2020. I just think about how I brought in 2020 compared to how you can already kind of tell how 2021 gonna be brought in. It's like,
just hope it's better. That's it.
I think it.
All you gotta do is everybody just take their vitamins, work out, eat well, wear your mask, stay 6 feet apart. Easy. Just do that for a few months.
Other than the mask, that's like every normal day.
Right. I mean, it should be. At this point, we've had so much time off. We've either gained weight or lost it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, here, speaking of gain weight, I ain't gonna lie, one of the reasons why I wanted to come west so like before the year was over was because of I knew that snow was coming. I hear it snowed there yesterday.
Yep, I just canceled my flight back home. Yeah, I canceled it for Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving.
I was supposed to leave like on the 24th, and I canceled it. And my boy Jared is already up there, and the first thing that he takes a Instagram story of is the snow. And I just texted him today. I'm like, hey, how's the snow? How's the snow going for you? Because I was supposed to be over there with him too. And he never texted me back. So Jared, text me back, please.
I don't think you want his text right now, though. He had to text when he could say something more positive. Cause I know what my response would be.
I just can't do the snow, man. I haven't seen snow in probably eight years. It was amazing.
I haven't seen it since the beginning of this year sometime.
Mm-mm.
The best place to see it though?
Mount Charleston.
On social media.
Oh, okay. On social media too. Social media too. But for people that live in Las Vegas or people from Cali, like it's Mount Charleston. Because you can just go straight up there.
And I think it's Flagstaff in Arizona where a lot of people go.
But
that's true. That's what began me. I'm like, man, I'm good on seeing snow.
Yeah. Like, why would I want to work? Why would I want to waste my time, my gas, or my electricity to drive up there?
I ain't gonna lie. The only place I might go to with snow though is Denver. Like, I would want to go to Colorado.
Yeah. I mean,
get like a cabin or something. I always wanted to do that. Like, I think that'd be fire.
Denver or like the Pacific Northwest and Oregon.
Yeah, true. I never been there too. I need to go. One of my
Everything-
cousins up there too.
Every drug is legal over there now. So you get a cabin in Oregon and you exercise your right to do whatever you want in Oregon.
And turn into a zombie real quick.
Crazy, man. I saw this guy standing outside of like a cocaine shop.
Yes.
I'm like, wait,
Yes.
so like is
That
like
happened in 2020, of course.
is I want to know if everything is legal, like every drug.
That's crazy.
That's what they said.
I don't have a comment on that. I saw it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say about that one.
Like, what more do you need outside of like the stuff that's natural? So I don't know.
Yeah. But sometimes, you know,
stick to the classics.
Yeah, I fully agree with you.
Man.
Stick to the groove.
So I to hit back on like another Joe Rogan podcast, he interviewed Kanye.
Oh, that one was fire.
Yeah, and I wanted to know where do we buy like the $20 Yeezys, like the ones that don't have any shoelaces. Have you seen those? It looks like a spaceship for your feet. And he said it's supposed to cost like $20. I want.
I think he said the goal was it.
Oh,
okay. It cost 20.
The goal. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he had said been saying that for years. Like, you want shoes and those shoelaces. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm wearing the shoes right here.
Yeah,
man,
they look
his
dope.
shoes are the most comfortable shoe. And the thing I love about them, because you know, like, I'm not a hooper. You know, like, I played a little bit growing up in the neighborhood here and there, but it was like when it comes to wearing J's, for example, J's never been super comfortable for me. Like, I wore them just because they was fly, but it was like with the Yeezys, I could wear these to the gym. I could wear these when I'm out. Like, I could literally wear these shoes with just about anything not dressy.
Wow.
And it's like that he created a shoe like that. Even the I always get the numbers mixed up. I think it's the 750s. Man, I got a pair of the Hospital Blues and those. They look like straight up. They look like dad shoes, but they fly. And it's like, man, that was my favorite shoe to wear. And it's like, man, and it's funny to say, but when I was young,
yeah, I
look at those shoes like, man, they was ugly. But it's like, man, they fly and they comfortable. It's like
they're in style.
Yeah. And the biggest thing for me now, the shoe ain't comfortable. I don't wear it. This shoes I left in Michigan because I was like, man, I'm not gonna wear this shoe no more.
Yeah. Do you think shoes that are like sold for like $500 or $600 that look like something back from like the 80s that came out, like they have all these like patches and garbage on the shoes, and I think I forgot what brand sold it for like $1,600. It was like
few of them. Me personally, that's not my thing, but But my thing though is it's fly to some people, so I respect it. But for me, but you know, it's like, and that's why I realized it's like sometimes it's some things you may look like, but then sometimes you look at things like that and somebody wear it and it's fly on them.
True.
And it's like I look and I'm like, man, I know it'd be trash on me, but you gotta have that honest conversation with yourself though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of
the worst though is just getting something just because everybody else is getting it. That's the one that I just can't get behind.
Yeah, because you're just wearing it like, oh yeah, he got the new 13s.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to buy those shoes because he has those. Yeah. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Buy the shoe that you want. Buy the shoe that's comfortable for you.
Yeah. Speaking of the 13s though, I did grab a pair of 13s this year because I always wanted them. The Flint gray ones,
my favorites.
The blue and gray ones.
Yeah,
because they were Southfield colors. I always wanted them shoes. Like I remember when they came out. I remember when they originally came out.
Yeah.
I remember when they came out. I feel like it was like college, and then when they came out this time, I wasn't even planning on getting them. I really wasn't. Wow. I wasn't planning on getting them, and they kind of just fell on my lap. I was like,
shout out to Southfield High School, or what is it called now? Southfield Prep something.
Southfield Arts and Technology. Southfield High School for Arts and Technology.
Cert.
I know it's SHAT. I do know that SHAT. Yeah, I think it's SANT.
Hey, so some big stars came out that school, man.
Oh, yeah, facts.
Athletes, actors, directors, writers. We had a lot of talent in that school. I miss that school.
R.I.P. Miss Perriman.
Oh man, that hit hard, bro.
And R.I.P. I can't think of my man's Mr. Ellis.
Who's Miss Alice?
He was. I know him from. I used to work at the court in Southfield, and he was a
Okay.
security officer there.
Oh,
But
man.
he was the. I didn't go to Levy, so I didn't know him at Levy. But a lot of people that went to Levy know him. I think he was. I don't think he was a teacher, but I know he worked at Levy because a lot
Okay.
of Levy people know him. I didn't know him there though.
Dang, dude. A lot of folks
Yeah,
that have passed on this year, bro.
When I found out about him, it was someone I used to work with that told me.
Yeah.
And then and I forgot he worked at Levy. So like the next or later that day after I found out, or no, actually I found out on social media. That's how I found out. And then she hit me up after and let me know. But yeah, I found out on social media.
Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, but I had to think about that. I didn't know. Yeah.
Damn, dude, you lost so many loved ones this year, man.
And he went to the church I used to go to too. And we had reconnected up there. I ain't seen him in years.
Blessings to everybody that lost somebody this year, man. For
yeah,
real.
thanks. Everybody lost somebody. I feel like. Yeah.
I think everybody's been touched.
But some families like overall, like I lost an aunt. Overall, my family's been in pretty good shape. Like it really haven't hit my family, and I'm grateful for that because I know some people they got hit hard this year.
The whole side of the family got wiped out.
Yeah.
I've heard stories.
Yeah,
and I think that has to be the number one reason for you to like wear a mask or out in public and be conscious of who is in your bubble.
Yeah, thanks.
And make sure everybody around you gets tested, and even if they're not even showing any symptoms, still get tested. But it just goes to show you that you have to follow those rules with mask and social distancing to save your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your grandma. You have to save those people because you don't know if you're infecting them.
Yeah.
Even right now, like a lot of people travel for the holidays, and they were told like to use extreme caution when flying, like going to the airports and flying abroad or flying to a different state. People have to abide by those not rules but advisements just to stop the spread, because you may be killing somebody's entire family, just by you being selfish.
Yeah.
That's real.
Facts. And that's the thing too, because a lot of times we just think I'm healthy, I'm good, whatever.
Yeah.
But you gotta know you gotta think for other people as well. And that's like you said, like I remember before they made it mandatory to wear them in stores and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like just you hit on the nose, just out of respect for other people, I'm gonna put it on. And even with it, like when COVID first happened, you had to wear them. And I ain't gonna, you still want to be fly with stuff. And it's like, man, I gotta wear that little, and so I had to upgrade my mask game. But it happens. Like I think my favorite one now. I think that's why I love wearing the mask now, because I put the Vision and Tune on it.
I have to get some with my stuff on it, man.
Yeah. I forgot it at the hotel, but I actually got you a mask though.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Damn, I could got you some merch, because I could have ordered one of them. My face mask.
Yeah.
Because I have my merch on right now.
Yeah.
Because you can order my merch at LasVegasJ.com. Where can you order your merch?
Right now, it's special order only. I got them. I'm about to pass them out to loved ones and things like that. I'm actually in the process. I'm gonna have hoodies real soon and things like that. So I would say probably after the new year, that'll be in
email. They want to make an order.
Yeah, y'all can shoot me an email, or you can probably the easiest hit me up on IG at Milt Jones or at visionandtune.com. I actually got a chat feature on there that get to me. But
Let's go.
Yep. And then email as well is j@visionandtune.com. Little side story. It's funny. Me and him actually got the same nickname.
But yeah, chat up my boy Milt.
Yeah.
Chat him up. Seriously, because we got to support ourselves, man. We got to support our own people. And you guys may be one of our first supporters. So
Thanks,
thank you
thanks.
in advance.
Yeah, like I support as much as I can. I support anything. If you got a product that I'm already doing, type of thing, I gladly switch to it. Like this wine, for example. Just to shout them out, it's Charles Woodson's wine. It's my favorite wine
Hold it
I've
up for the
had
camera,
since.
man.
Yeah, Charles Woodson makes a real good wine. Speaking of athletes with liquor and things, I'm pretty sure last time we talked about Michaels,
Yeah.
LeBron actually invested in a tequila company this week. And it's
Dude.
funny because, like when you think of wine, at least me personally,
Yeah.
I think a lot about like LeBron, D Wade, and all them. They all mellow. They used to drink wine and stuff together. But it was like now that he invested in this tequila company, he always been posting about this tequila.
Of course, you got to.
Yeah, it's smart. I'm not
Yeah.
knocking it. It's just
Yeah.
I be looking at it and it's like, and it's I actually had the Rocks tequila now.
How'd you like it?
I like it. I like it.
Is it better than Casamigos?
I would say yes. The reason why I say that, I feel Casamigos is overrated.
Did you get the dark or the light?
I had the light in that. It was in a margarita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you had it mixed in with margarita, not like
Sandbar in Arizona.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was there. They got a margarita with it in it.
Okay. You got to be very specific because when you talk about like mixing with
that's
the
true,
alcohol with like juices and stuff,
true,
it changes the taste.
But with the Casamigos,
yeah,
man, I like, or maybe just because I'm just used to Don Julio, because it's like when I taste Casamigos, like I got a whole big bottle at home. I ain't even open, but I just didn't like it. But it's like but I love Don Julio, so
I'll
it's
buy
kind
that
of
off you because I think Casamigos. I've had both, so I've had both like by themselves.
Sometimes taste is everything.
Yeah, and I think that Casamigos it has a more smooth taste compared to Tremana. That's the Rocks tequila, but Tremana has a much better price point.
Yeah.
For their tequila, because Casamigos can cost you what, 50, 60 for a fifth.
Yeah, man. And the big bottle I actually got it out here when I was on the strip.
I don't want to know how much you pay for that.
I don't even remember. That was a late night stupid decision. I didn't even open it. I only got it because they have nothing in the stove, and I fell asleep.
That's one of those Vegas taxes, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's why I'm staying out here, not out here. I'm in Henderson this weekend, and you got discount liquor stores.
Yeah, like Lee's Discount Liquor is probably like my favorite spot, other than like Trader Joe's to get wine.
Is it Total Wines out here?
Total Wine, I haven't been in one.
It's at least in AZ. That's my favorite store. It's an adults candy store. You go in there.
They have one on the strip.
That Total Wine. Well, they probably taxing on the strip though.
Well, it's not. I think it's it's at Town Square.
Oh, okay.
It's like a big mall they have here.
Yeah. But like there, bro. When I tell you, like I got a bottle, like I'm used to Detroit prices, so stuff is already cheaper out here anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like I got a liter of Don Julio, the Añejo. You can't even find that hardly in Detroit. Man, I got like the liter of it for $80. What? The liter.
What?
Man.
So I was under the impression they only sold wine.
Nope. It's a full liquor store. It's like a discount liquor store. It's like a BevMo.
It looks like it's expensive. Like the logo looks like it's super expensive when I see it. So I'm like, man, I don't have enough money to shop in there.
And then if you join a wine club, you get like a free bottle. You get a free bottle of wine, and they do wine tastings in there.
Wow,
it's a real nice store. Like my dad, the one that put me up on it. Like I'm like you. If my dad didn't tell me about that store, I probably would have never went in there because it's like, I'm good. But like, man, they give you really good recommendations on wine. Yeah, I actually found the wine in there with my name in it, so I bought it. I bought it. Yeah, it's called Milton Park. They got the Black Girl Magic wine in there too.
That's crazy, man. So, just an FYI for a few fellas out there, if you can take your significant other on a date, this would be a terrific date night idea. Is to go to a wine tasting. That would be absolutely perfect. Just an FYI to everybody out there that may need some dating advice after Corona is over. That's your first one.
Nice plug, nice plug. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Another one I always wanted to do that I haven't done too was
Yeah.
like the ones where you go to those little like and you cook together type of thing.
Oh,
you know
the
what I'm talking
cooking
about?
classes.
Yeah,
Those are dope, dude. Because
I
you
never
get
done one.
you get to screw stuff up and you get free food, or not free food. You can pay for the tour, but that's one of the a really good idea as well. And I've seen a lot of people do they, especially in Detroit, they have a black owned they have a black owned like glamping campground where they get into these clear bubbles and they actually stay for like a night or two in these little bubbles, and I believe it's called glamping. Hey, you finished the wine? Yeah, buddy. Got a reason to crack open another one. But they this stuff is called glamping. So they get into this little glass dome, and they can look up at the stars and everything.
Oh, that's dope.
That'll be like a good night as well for a date, because I'm looking for one out here. There has to be one out here, but right now they're shutting everything down again, so that's not a real good idea. But once everything lifts up again and starts opening up, that's another good date idea, is to do glamping. And if you're out on the West Coast, you can try to actually go glamping in Mexico, because they actually sell packages with all you can eat and all you can drink for like super cheap.
There's so many dope places in Mexico.
Oh,
like
man.
That's not that far from like here or Phoenix. I'll be seeing that. I'm like, man, that's only 5 hours away.
Yeah, cross the border, and it's not Tulum.
Nothing wrong with Tulum. This is another plug too. If you don't have your passports right now, you get your passports back in exactly 6 weeks right now. I heard that from a few different people, but like I applied for my passport late August. I got that boy back in exactly 6 weeks.
Man, if you don't got your passport,
I heard from some people in Detroit though that it took them 8 weeks. So
that's not bad. Still.
Yeah, that's still not bad. Yeah, because they're only doing expedited right now for if it's like a family emergency with COVID or something like that. But it's like but if you plan on going anywhere soon, because when stuff gets shut down all the way, it's gonna take a minute to get it. So
yeah, and please, if do us all a favor, just get your passport, even if you don't plan to travel in the future, because you never know. Just get one, use it if you can, because other countries are amazing.
Yeah,
are amazing, bro.
Speaking of other countries, if you could go to any place in the world, not in the U.S. to visit, where would it be?
All right, so not a lot of people probably know about this country, but it's right off the coast of Africa. It is it's called Mauritius, and it's like a tropical island, a tropical paradise. From what I saw on like YouTube and stuff, it's like a tropical paradise. I believe they speak English.
Oh, that's dope.
So it'll be like perfect for me, because I don't feel like learning another language. So it's a tropical island off the coast of Africa. So technically, it's a part of Africa. So it's a part of the continent, and that's probably going to be where I want to live too. From what I see, I have to actually go.
You want to go back closer to the motherland?
Yeah. What about you?
Me, I actually never heard of this place there. That sounds beautiful, but me, I would probably say Fiji. All the pictures I've seen, and not to sound stereotypical, but I do love their water. Like every time you drink their water, you see that. But like when you turn the bottle up, I don't know if you ever notice it. At least I be noticing little weird stuff. But it's like, man, I be feeling like I'm on the beach there. I started just looking up pictures of in Fiji. It's beautiful, and it's it's beautiful.
It's just probably like I want to move to an island where the cost of living is low, because I thought about moving to Hawaii. And then I went to Zillow.com, and then I typed in Hawaii, and then I looked at the home prices, and I kindly just exited out of my Chrome tab, because $1 million for a house that's like 1,100 square feet. That's the size of my house here. $1 million for that type of house. I get it, land is limited, but that's crazy. I want to move. I want to go to somewhere like the Philippines or Thailand, where where you can go with like $1 and come back with $1.50.
I go to Brazil. Brazil got the most beautiful women in the world.
Africa does, man. The entire
Yeah,
continent, bro.
yeah, you right.
I mean,
Touche.
but
No, touche,
but
touche,
country though,
touche.
country is either, I think it's between Colombia and Venezuela.
You right about. I don't know much about Venezuela. I can't even say the word.
No, you good. You good.
But you are definitely right about Colombia.
Colombia, yeah, for sure, dude.
You are definitely right about
Brazil had the entire, all of South America, probably excluding the more southern countries, had influence from Africa. So that's why you have dark Brazilians and you have like super light Brazilians, because they're mixing with slaves that came from Africa. And that's why you have like dark skinned Mexicans, why you have dark skinned Hondurans, Salvadorian, like that whole little way, all slaves.
Damn.
Yeah. That's why you have all the people from Jamaica and Dominican Republic. Like that's why you have all those skin tones in those countries. But, yeah.
Gotta give them some melanin.
Yeah, man. It's freaking crazy. Man, so you do have any plans for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, my stepsister coming to town, so we're gonna do the fam dinner, and Lions playing Houston, so yeah. I'm at the point now. It's like I think Houston gonna win, and I kind of want them to. Like at this point, it's time to clean house. Like
it is.
Why wait till after the year? You know, because do it now, so that way you can at least see how the team respond.
Yeah.
So that way you can see if it was the coaching staff or if you see if it's the players. It makes no sense. Like after losing to an XFL quarterback on Sunday,
trash.
There's no more excuses. It's like
trash,
and it's like there's no excuses, and it's like the Lions shoot themselves in the foot every time. You was horrible last year, a smart team, but the thing about it, I kind of get it because the owner said if they don't win this year, they're getting fired. So you can't draft a quarterback. But they should have drafted Tua. Tua. They should have drafted Tua. And it's like, and I love Stafford, but it's like they could have traded Stafford. A team like New England got their first round pick. And then, because New England would have did that trade. And it's like, you could have took him with a new coaching staff, like like what Arizona did with Kyler Murray. They went and they got the coach that could coach him right.
Okay.
They got Kingsbury that coached Mahomes in college. Then you got Kyler Murray. It's the perfect situation. The Lions could have did that. Last year, you drafted Tua. You take, I forget who was a free agent as in the coaching world last year, but get you a good offensive mind as a coach. You could have really just went and ran with it, and the Lions missed the opportunity. I do like the corner we drafted, but it's like you could get Tua if he didn't get hurt last year.
Yeah,
he'd likely, even with Burrow winning the Heisman and stuff like that, it would have been a true debate on the number one pick. And being honest, Tua might have went number one over Burrow if he wasn't hurt.
So.
Yeah, and the Lions could have had the number one player in the draft at number 3. And sometimes you just got to take that chance. We haven't won all these years now. Why not just try something different?
The worst you can do is lose again.
Speaking of Joe Burrow, I hope he heals up, man. I didn't see the hit, and they're not showing the replays from what I'm hearing. I hear it was ugly, but man, shout out to Joe Cool. Like I'm a fan of his, and since he was playing, even though they were losing, they were playing tough with him. Hope he fully recovered for next year or whenever he can get back out there. This year, though, injuries seem like they are higher, and then with the COVID tests and everything, like football this year is so unpredictable, and with the NFL getting all these rules in place now, like to kind of protect themselves, like in case it's a pause in the season, make me to think that it may be a pause in the season. I'm one of the guys, I didn't think the NFL was going to last as long.
No, me either. I mean,
I actually think they're going to, if they don't finish the season, I think they're going to get really close. That's why they're allowing these extra teams in, just like how the NBA, did a bubble with, but it wasn't every other team. And then if they could do that, and then the trash teams like the Lions to stay home, well, technically the Lions still in the race, so they actually technically may be out there. But it's like, they'll probably be done after this week, though.
They don't have a shot, bro.
They don't. But but like mathematically speaking, they're still alive. Even I agree, they're done, but mathematically they're still alive.
Every season or every preseason, I'm like, all right, I'm watching one.
Man, I'm done with them.
I'm done.
I'm done. But the funny thing about it, if they were in the NFC East, I think they'd be in first place. NFC East is horrible. I just say the Lions. I'm pretty sure it'd be first place in that division. The Lions. Dallas right now is what? Well, Andy Dalton's back this week, but they've been playing with third/fourth string quarterbacks the last few weeks. Washington situation is, and speaking of, that's another team.
Washington.
Because I actually wanted the Lions to draft Chase Young. Washington took him at number 2. But it's like when they drafted Haskins last year, I was one of the people. I said, I thought New York should have drafted Haskins last year. But seeing Haskins, they the ones that should have drafted Tua.
You think so?
And they don't have a quarterback. The quarterback was Kyle Allen, who was undrafted guy, and now it's Alex Smith, who haven't played in 2 years.
Yeah.
And Haskins was their third string quarterback, the number whatever pick he was last year.
I don't know. I don't even think sports this year should count for
they count
the team's record history.
I think they count
because NBA starting back February, January, of next year.
No, they starting just right before Christmas
of this year.
Yeah, they started.
I thought it was supposed to be in January.
No,
it felt like
the NBA. The players wanted to start in January.
Oh, they were talking. They were doing talks.
The owners always wanted in December, but it had to happen in December because they show how much money they would lose if they don't play on Christmas. That's probably the biggest day for the NBA outside of the finals.
That's true.
They don't play on Christmas, and we don't have Christmas basketball. NBA would have lost too much money.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I even turn the TV on holidays is to watch the Lions play on Thanksgiving
and NBA on Christmas.
Yeah. How did the Lions
college football on New Year's Day?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. How did the Lions get that day on lock forever?
Because when it started, I actually researched that years ago. If I remember right, it was because of our Thanksgiving parade. I think New York was first, and I think we were second. And they decided on Detroit. I'm pretty sure because of the Big Three. They chose Detroit, and we just been locked in ever since then. And Dallas, and us in Dallas has always traditionally had it.
Yeah.
But because the Lions been horrible so long, and plus the NFL can make more money because the Lions always play the 1:00 game, 1:00 Eastern Standard Time game, and Dallas always played the 4:30 game. NFL was smart, and they was able to add a night game, 8:00 game that they put on NFL Network. And that was genius. This year, it's Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and it's Baltimore struggling right now, so they don't have the appeal it was looked like it would have before the season.
Yeah,
but it's still Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. It's about to be a pretty good game.
Yeah,
and you got the Lions going against Houston.
I wonder how that's gonna turn out.
Man, I got Deshaun Watson in fantasy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm done with the Lions this year. I don't even know who Dallas got. And Dallas, they struggling this year. I don't even know who Dallas got.
They should already just send the Lions the L in the mail to hold it during the game because we already know what we're expecting.
Man, we don't have a Thursday. We don't have a halftime show this year.
I thought it was the weekend.
I'm talking about for the Thanksgiving game. We usually have one. Mike Posner performed.
You're right.
Mike Posner performed. Was that last year before Big Sean performed 1 year?
And I remember did Dej Loaf ever perform?
No, she didn't. I forget who else. I remember when Sean performed. That one was fire.
Man, that one. I was like, yo, Sean really putting on for the city right now. Yeah. This is amazing right now.
I remember leading up to it. He was he was they did a nice build up for it too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I I love about Shine too. Like the Pistons inaugural game, he was at the game. I remember him, Eminem. I was actually at that game at Little Caesars Arena.
It seems
And
like we mention Big Sean every single episode of this podcast.
yeah, true.
He's an amazing
now
guy.
Be playing,
But,
yeah,
my
facts,
bad. Go ahead.
You good? And it wasn't even playing either. It just happened, and it's like and then it was one I remember. It was been a few horrible halftime shows. Like, man, I'm about to just get up and walk around. Dude. But it's like, but back to what you were saying with the weekend. The weekend for the Super Bowl is gonna be fire. Even though it won't be no fans, to see the weekend perform like however they do it with the streaming services.
So much hype.
It's like, man, and it's about to be fire. And I don't even think he could bring nobody out because of COVID. Because it would be fire if he could bring somebody out.
He can probably bring out Drake if he got a feature with Drake.
And that would be big for Toronto if they did that. That would be huge for Toronto.
Drake's supposed to release his album this month.
Yeah, but what songs will they perform together though? Like I like what was the song they had on Take Care?
They had two on Take
Care. It's like, but that's not a Super Bowl type song.
That's true. Yeah,
I feel like you got to do. I Can't Feel My Face.
Yeah, and probably whatever.
You got to do Wild Boy. You got to. I feel like Wild Boy is like
and probably what was the video that he shot in Vegas for the latest album?
I don't think I saw it.
He was downtown.
He was downtown.
Yeah, he was he shot the whole video downtown. It was
usually
dope.
People want to do it on the strip.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of downtown, during COVID time, downtown probably
popping.
Downtown popping more than the strip right now.
Yeah, because it's where the locals go out that live in Las Vegas. That's where we go to like hang out at the bars and stuff. But now it's probably all tourists because it's probably a little bit cheaper down here.
I think it's a little bit of both. Like last time I was out here, because you could tell a lot of the tourists and you could tell some of the locals. You can't judge every book by its cover,
right?
But overall, it's like I think it's like that fusion because it's like the strip right now is it's been straight, but it's like downtown. I went down there like, man, that's where everybody is. I'm like, man, it's too crowded out here. Like I would do like, man, it's time to
on a regular day, on a regular night,
downtown Fremont be straight.
Is a vibe.
I love Fremont.
Yeah. For sure, like especially going to
because when me, you and Shotty P, I went to that spot. That was downtown, right?
Yep, we went to Inspire. I don't know what it's called now because of COVID and things may have shut it down. But we went to Inspire. Another favorite that we all go to is Commonwealth and Vanguard. So I hope those places like survive. So when stuff lifts up and starts opening again, I want to go downtown and I want to hit those three places and just feel like things are normal again. That's my litmus test for things being normal again is when I start going to bars.
That's gonna be the the new normal at least.
Yeah, I don't want to really be out and interacting with big crowds of people.
Yeah,
if it's not going to be safe for myself, and I want to help these places open again and get drunk at the same time. But man, I can't stand COVID. I'm hoping that 2020 is the last we'll ever really hear of it because the vaccines are supposed to be available in December. And 2020 will be a wrap. No more COVID. F COVID. You've taken enough of our loved ones.
I agree, but I don't think it's going nowhere though.
I hope, man. That's the best you can really do right now because the election went a certain way. I didn't think it was going to go that way. I totally thought that the other person was going to win, and I was devastated. But I'm pretty happy now, and I'm hoping that 2021 is a much better year for everybody, even people that didn't support Joe Biden. I hope everything still goes well for you if you supported Donald Trump. But I just hope we can all come together as one nation. Because none of us are native here besides Native Americans. And we should all learn to live together and be positive and try to improve each other's lives. So that's it. Yeah.
It's easy to coexist. You just got to think about it until they see us as people. That's
right.
The reality
they don't
of
see us as people.
Yeah.
And we're not equal. but we're equal part of the community.
Yeah.
Actually, we're actually more because of all the essential workers. The essential workers during the pandemic, they were the majority of us, Black and Hispanic people, risking our lives to make the world work. So
Yeah.
we're more important than other people think.
Yeah, facts.
And I hope that 2021 and with this new administration, people that think one way can start thinking another way.
Yeah. But first, Biden, please holler at my student loans.
That's what I'm hoping that he does day one is legalize weed federally and forgive student loan debt. Do you think it should be a limit? And what should that limit be that he forgives student loans?
The number I saw, I don't know if it's true or not. The number I saw is at least 10,000, but it changes based on your income. So yeah, so some people, I might have the number wrong. I think it's up to 40. I could be wrong though, but the number I saw was at least 10.
What do you think that the number should be for like everybody? If you make like under 100,000 a year,
Yeah,
because a lot of us make under 100 a year.
I would say, honestly, it's kind of hard to say because you can't really force the private lenders to do it. But I think all the federal loans should be wiped though.
I think so too, man.
I think all federal should be wiped.
That would stimulate the economy because that would give our friends or our family
or us,
right, or us a financial lift in a way to where we can start buying homes, we can invest, we can actually build a better country financially. Because right now, a lot of us are coming to terms with the student loan payments coming back into, like, you have to start paying again. Because I think did that lift yet? I don't know if it did.
No, it's through at least the end of the year for federal loans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And once that stuff lifts, man, we need help.
Yeah.
People like you and I. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have mine paid off like this year. I just paid mine off this year because I didn't think that student loan forgiveness was ever going to happen.
Me either. And I went this year. I paid a lot down on my student loans. But as soon as I started hearing Biden talks, I stopped. Like,
stop.
No, I'm paying my private ones now. I'm down to my last private. I only owe about 5,000 more on that one.
That's good, bro.
And all the rest of them are federal. And I'm still, planning on paying on those ones.
Yeah.
But when I heard at least 10,000, it's gonna be at least 10,000 left in there. Like,
man, I
keep it 15 just so they won't say, well, you don't have enough to pay. Nope, don't worry about it. It'll be 15 in there.
Man, I just hope that happens, dude, because
I think it will. Because at this point, this election really showed, like, in the past elections, us being Black people, we will vote for y'all just because we were expected to. Oh, that's not the case no more.
Right.
And it's like, so you're gonna have to earn that vote, player. Yeah. So for you to earn that, man, you can start with forgiving these loans.
It's no longer, hey, I'm a Democrat, vote for me. And then the Black voters like, oh, are you Democrat? I vote for you. No, you have to earn that vote now.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
On my way out here this time, I started an Obama book. First couple chapters are fire.
I gotta get a hold of that book.
I never read his previous books, so a lot of it he do talk about the other ones. And I haven't read them, but it's like he really is. It start off, it's like his backstory, like leading up to what got him to office, and I like that he actually did that. Like I mentioned, I know he was a senator, for example, but I never knew how that happened. And it's like really like, and he talked like the earliest things I got about him was like once he met Michelle, and it was like when he met Michelle, and she told him like, you love to take the hard way. And every time he did it, but that's why he's so great. Like one of my favorite Tupac songs, what he say? I know it seems heaven sent, we ain't ready to have a Black president. And I don't know if you remember when Obama got elected. I think it was Nas. And he took that verse I know it seems heaven sent.
Like
We're
remix
gonna
it.
have a black president, and they flipped it because, like, the thing about it, like, just being honest, your lifetime, did you ever think we would have a black president?
No.
I never did. But when Obama did it, and he did it, like,
Man,
we were 19.
I remember we
So,
were in
like,
college.
I remember being 18, 19, and like, man, you really like, man, the sky's the limit. Like, Obama going in office changed.
Like, he wanted us up in there.
Yeah, and it's
He got some
never
soul.
thought I would see it. To see Obama in office. And like the whole, I know him and Kanye got their little thing now, but it's like, like what Kanye was like, like from Chicago, and then even J&B was with him.
Yeah.
And it's like when Jeezy made it, My President is Black, and it's like the like you just never thought you would see it. And now of this, then you got the exact opposite with the next president. And now this one, we got a black woman in office. It's like,
oh, she about to, man. If she, it depends on how she was raised, on how she's gonna react in the White House. Because if like an older black woman that was like that, and she acted like my mom, she would be an absolute turning force and like change everything about like the previous administration did in the White House. Like, she would be like, yo, let's cook some soul food, let's get this and that. And I just hope that the White House becomes a better place, at least for the people that work there.
Yeah.
I know they're going through some shit right now.
That's funny you say that. Because just when I started an Obama book, I never even thought about like the walk going from the residence to the White House. And he was talking about like how he, like I said, I only read or listened to the first chapter or two, and one being the intro. But it's like he really is talk about, and you talk about like one of the guys that worked in the White House during his tenure.
Yeah.
Worked in the White House like, I think it was like 38 years or something crazy like that. And and Obama asked him when he was going to retire, and he said, "Once you leave the office." Like, like he lived and saw black presidents. So
he done.
I'm. What else can I do here? When you retire, when you're gone, I'm gone.
Bucket list completed. Yeah. I've seen a black president come through here. I'm out.
Yeah,
that's it, man. I mean, that's not going to be the last one. I promise you that.
Yeah,
I guarantee you that. I mean, unless our current administration like drops a nuke somewhere, that it's going to happen.
They want them to.
Man,
that's why a lot's riding on them.
Yeah, I mean,
a lot is riding on them.
I just read on CNN that they're preparing for a peaceful transition now, like today.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, like about an hour ago.
Well, dog don't have a choice.
Yeah, I mean, most of the results are certified enough for Biden to win the electoral votes. So there's no mathematical way for you to win this. So I'm guessing he's just giving up. But I think he should just make good on his last month in office and just do some good stuff for the people.
You're going to do some good stuff for his pockets.
Yeah, but you can always wish, man. Because even when he first got in office, I was like, I'm going to give him a chance. Even though all of the stuff that he said is against a lot of...
But make his pockets fatter this last month and a half, 2 months.
Man. I just don't understand how somebody could be in office like that. And I don't like talking about politics like out in public like this, but he legit is the epitome of racism, in my opinion.
But it goes to show you, when you speak it, as people get behind him.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's some people that feel exactly like him, but some of these people that follow him are so blind that they don't even realize it. It's just, and it's like, it just goes to show how much in this day and age, how much we are followers.
Yeah. And that's low-key the reason why I supported Joe Biden, because even when he was showing that he was going to be the president-elect, when he gave his victory speech, he was like, I'm the president for all Americans, including like Biden supporters and Trump supporters. And that's why I'm just hoping that unity can happen somehow, because we're all the same people. We all bleed red if we get stabbed. we're the same people. We just look different on the outside.
Yeah.
If we can all just find that,
love each other.
Yeah, if we can all find that love and find that thing that we all agree on, like movies, books, videos, whatever you want to talk about and agree on, love that person, even though if they think differently in other ways, politically in particular.
Yeah, facts.
And I think that, I hope that makes us better people, better human beings, and a better country. Because people need to start caring about other people. Because what I learned during this pandemic, during the lockdown, is that people don't care about their neighbors. I saw like today, it broke my heart when I was standing outside the line at Costco. I saw this really elderly lady. She had like a spine problem, and she was holding the basket like this, and she had to go all the way to the back of the line, and it was like almost 150 yards back. And I'm like, this lady has a cart, has to get it up on the curb.
Nobody cares or help her.
And wait in line for like a good 20, 30 minutes, and nobody's here to help her. Nobody is there to like take her with her, especially during these times. Like if that was my mom, I'm like, Mom, you stay at home. You tell me what you need, I'm gonna come get it for you. Like I would not have like somebody like that out there.
Yeah.
Or even like if my neighbor was elderly like that, I wouldn't let them do that.
Yeah, that's real.
We need to start caring about like the people that we see every day or we interact with on a daily basis. And just care.
Yeah, facts.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
Easy.
Touche.
Yeah, I mean, something else happened today too at the UPS store. This dude, this older Caucasian gentleman, we're both in the store, and he walks out ahead of me. He looks back at me, doesn't hold the door open, just lets it close while I'm trying to exit as well. I'm like, dude, you looked at me in the eye and didn't hold the door open for me. Like, just care. It takes literally a second just to hold the door for an extra second for me.
Yeah.
People are so rude, dude, especially over here, at least in Nevada.
Yeah.
That's why when you text me, I'm thinking about moving out to Vegas. And I'm like, you may want to get a feel for after COVID, because right now it may seem nice. You got to see the real Vegas when everything is moving along regularly. Yeah, but you still may like it though. Yeah. That's my rant for the day. I don't know about you. That's my rant for the day, bro. People just need to start caring about others. That's it.
I agree. Son, my boy taught me. Leroy.
Yeah.
Love everyone. Rule over yourself.
Yeah. Treat everybody like how you want to be treated. If you want to be treated kindly, treat others kindly. How hard is that, bro?
Karma.
Yeah. It actually takes more energy to be negative and evil to others than it is to be positive.
Big facts.
Waste less energy and be positive.
Yeah, I agree. Well, this is sum everything up. Spread love.
Yeah.
Show love. Think about others more than yourself, no matter what you think politically, what you think religion wise, just love each other. It's easy.
That's it, brother. So man, how we gonna end this, brother?
I think that's a perfect way to end it. Yeah.
Reintroduce yourself last time for the people.
Yeah, they call me Milt Jones. You call me Jay, you call me whatever you like, but Detroit guy, all in all, like rap it till I die, and just loving this West Coast. What else can I say?
Man, yes, sir. And again, my name is Las Vegas Jay. This is the Culture Exchange Podcast. Both of our podcasts can be subscribed to and followed on multiple platforms. Just search for us. Milt's podcast is Vision and Tuned, and mine is the Culture Exchange Podcast. So feel free to look us up, follow us, reach out to us as well. I think you can reach out to people on podcasts, can you? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if that's possible, but if you can, reach out to us.
Social media.
And we'll see you guys soon, and you will hear from us very soon. Thank you guys for listening and watching. If you're watching the video right now, we appreciate you and appreciate your time. Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Peace.